off. Wait, there we go. Right. I don't know if that'll happen again or if it affected the actual video, but any background noise you hear, I've got like 2 little brothers, 1 baby brother and 1 little brother. He's about 3-ish. It's 4 this year, so yeah. I'll start at the start. First game I'm gonna review, PS2 game review, obviously, as you've seen at the top. I'm not gonna babble on about nothing to do with it all the time. So like I say, moving on. I got this game for £1. It's AX, Avatar: The Legend of Aang. Thought I'd get it because I absolutely loved it for the DS, but noticed it was a bit pixely, and I was like, I seen someone playing it on the PS2 a while ago, and I was like, that looks cool, man. I would love to play that. So I got it anyways eventually for £1. Very cheap, because CX is awesome. But unfortunately, this one did not include the leaflet. I just put the receipt in there for the games I got at the time, including this one, and the prices I paid. But yeah, so £1 CX. It still looks pixely actually when you look at it though. Like, I've not played it yet, but I mean, like, as for... Wait there. Can you see? I think you can. But yeah, it's still a bit pixely, but it looks like a fun game to play, and I loved the series, and I loved watching The Legend of Korra. It was awesome. So there we go. This game, well, at first I looked at it and I was like, I never want to play this game, it looks so boring. It's a fighting game with trucks. But I was like, you know what, I need to clock every game I get, because every game I get, it's a rule. I've got to play them and I've got to clock it. And hopefully eventually one day I'll have a full collection, though I'm probably not even halfway through. There's people on YouTube with bigger collections that are like, we're getting there, or we're about halfway through, and I'm like, I haven't got this bigger collection, I'm not even a quarter of the way through. But I've got a fair few, so hopefully I'll catch up in a few years. I've only been collecting for a few months. But yeah, so BCV, Battle Construction Vehicles, I started playing it, I was like, it's too easy, and then I got a tiny bit harder at like the 5th level or something. I was like, you know what, it's entertaining. But the thing I found stupidly annoying was the fact it's clearly the Japanese. The characters are Japanese, the Japanese anime guys and stuff, with British voiceovers. And I'm like, they're more British sounding than me. They're so well spoken and properly British. It's unbelievable, but they sit in their Japanese home discussing stuff all together when you get the more people in that. Not spoiling too much, but it's so British. But it's Japanese. Personally, I'm like, what? So leaving that aside, just actual gameplay. When you get like the 3rd last level, it's meant to be 7+, but it gets stupidly difficult. I mean, myself, I'm 19, and I couldn't do it, no matter how much I tried. Now, I will eventually, hopefully, get there, because I'm still going to keep trying every once in a while. But it's stupidly difficult, and I mean, if I'm 19 and I can't do it, and I'm addicted to games, and I clock all of them, every one I get, and I can't do this game, how's a 7-year-old going to do it? Don't get it for your 7-year-old, but if you want to complete your collection, just use it as a filler. It's not even worth playing the game, but if you have to play all the games like me, good luck, you're going to hate your life. So I hate that game. And the next one, I got this down the charity shop down the bottom of mine. Brave. The Search for the Spirit Dancer. It actually looks pretty damn good, and it's untouched from the looks of things. I mean, the booklet's in mint condition, the disc's in mint condition, and the case is in mint condition overall. It looks fantastic to play. But like I say, I can't give you any guarantee on it of it being a good game. It just looks like a really interesting good game. You can play as you can summon the great eagle spirit to fly on its back and possess creatures from the smallest rabbit to a mighty grizzly bear. So you can possess animals, you can ride the animals, you can be animals, you can hunt them. It's really interesting looking. I'm like, I cannot wait to play this one. I just haven't got round to it because I want to clock my games in order, that kind of thing. Which means I need to go back and start Avatar. Burnout Dominator. It looks like a pretty damn good game, and I love the Burnout series. And I mean, I've got Burnout Revenge for my Xbox 360, which I really love. And the thing is, when I first started car games on the PS1, I absolutely sucked at them. Crashed all the time, lost control of the car, I was appalling at the games. Need for Speed, I was a bit better, I was okay-ish, still pretty damn appalling, crashing into things, you know. So when this game, well, when Burnout Revenge came out, and I got it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna suck at this so much. And then I seen you got a crash and stuff, I was like, it's easy, I do it all the time. So, got it, played it, loved it. And it actually made us much better at controlling the car, because you have to control it in a certain way. It's got to crash in a certain way, flip round and crash and stuff if you're coming off from a height to crash into a pile of cars. It's like, it's brilliant. It actually helped us get better at controlling the car and not crashing so much in the car games. So, I don't know how it helped, but it did. So, love it. And obviously I've got it now, Burnout Dominator for the PS2. My friend Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. And also, I got the BCV Battle Construction Vehicles off him. I got Avatar CX, Brave, Charity Shop. This one, Burnout Revenge, I think I definitely want to play as well. It looks quite interesting. It looks old schooly. You don't need like all the LED lights happening, all that kind of thing. Like, you don't need that happening. The cars look nice. You know what I mean? You don't need it. So it still looks pretty damn good in front of crashing. And that was also from him, and the same with Burnout Free Takedown, which looks interesting. All the cars from the looks of things, older school, or they try to soup them up and it still looked old school, like NASCAR kind of thing. It still looks pretty damn good. I'd still play it. And PSW, the gaming magazine for PlayStation 2, obviously give it a 10 out of 10. So I mean, apparently it's that good. And the person who I got the PS2 off, Rusty, thank you, awesome dude. My drummer for my band is awesome. So is my band, I love my band, it's awesome. But like, I got COD 2, big red one. I got this off Rusty, and I know I wasn't overly into COD when I first like played it. It was only COD 3. It was okay-ish, but I did prefer the Medal of Honor series at the time, and that's why, like, if you compare it, at that point in time, Medal of Honor was way better. Rising Sun, flawless gameplay. It was awesome. Love the FPS, first person shooter. It's out of this world at the time. But like I say, COD, I needed to play the second one because I just started off straight into the third one, and I'm disappointed that I did that. I really am. I like to play games in order now. So I've got COD 2, the big red one, like I said, for like 3 or 4 times now. Moving on. COD Finest Hour. As you can see, very old school, very similar to like Medal of Honor. And I really like that about games. I love the old school stuff. When it's this old school, not too old school, where it's like just a little square moving along with a circle and a line coming from it. Like, that's a cool tank, let's blow stuff up, and then it moves this slowly around while someone else bombs you, and you're like, yeah, god damn it. This one, much better. That's the old school I like. I mean, I love retro games, don't get us wrong. I couldn't get into the ones where it moves so slow. Crazy Taxi, I heard great things about it, but I just never got to play it, so I can't wait to play this one either. It looks phenomenal. I'll be doing game reviews on the games I haven't played when I play them. and then I'll be able to say yes, I'd recommend it. Like, or just no, don't waste your time. Like battle construction vehicles, don't waste your time. Dirt Track Devil. I was like, this looks interesting. I'll find the disc in the pile of games. And I was like, holy crap! Oop, it's in mint condition. I was like, let me have a look at this disc. I was like, it's not too badly scratched up, it's actually in pretty good condition, I'll give this one a try. And I never got around to playing it yet, as happens with most gamers, but I want to play through all the games I've got before I get any more games, if I can, as best I can. It'll probably be like one game for a while, so probably not many game reviews happening on pickups and stuff, but like I say, this one looks interesting. I think I will give it a go when I can. Now this game is the glitchiest game I've played in my life, and I could not stand it. For a moment for my little brother using the toilet. It's now on YouTube. You can watch that when he gets older. Like, listen to this, you ready? But yeah, I got this, and it's an atrocious abomination of a game. It should never have been made a game. It's so glitchy. You'll jump on a raft that's supposed to stop you from drowning, and Peter Pan goes and starts drowning. Yes, it's Disney's Peter Pan, The Legend of Neverland. I cannot stand this game, and I'll never play it again. I completed it to its fullest, and I will never play this game again, and I hate it. I hate the crap out of it. It's the worst game. It's worse than Battle Construction Vehicles, which is saying something. Worst game I've ever played in my life. Ever. As far as I can remember, as far as my mind goes back, this has to be the worst, glitchiest game I've ever played in my life. You'd think, oh, it's an easy game, and I was like, this will be easy, I'll blast through it and then never play it again. It was horrible. It took me 3 days, obviously, with breaks, because I got too frustrated and had to turn off my PS2 before I made out everything in my room. It was so frustrating, just for the sheer fact of the glitches. You would get so far, past the save point and everything, you'd get so far, and then he'd fall through the floor, or he'd fly up and get stuck in a tree, or he'd stop moving when you're trying to move him out of the spot, and a crab would kill him. He'd jump on a raft, he'd sink through it and start drowning. He'd jump on a bit of land and he'd sink through it and start drowning. I hate this game. Never play it. If you can avoid playing it, don't play it. Just avoid it completely. If you need it as a filler, if you're a game collector, get it as a filler, but do not play it, because you will hate your life. I seriously hated my life for those 3 days. It was awful. It was like, that would be hell for me. It would be living in that game. Because I'd drown every time someone put us on a raft or put us on the land. I'd drown through it. Just in a bad game. This game, Drakengard, I was like, this looks like a cool game. But Aaron got it from the looks of things. He got it from GameStation when that was open, which was a good store. I miss it. I really wish it would reopen. It had good games. And he said by mistake they put an even better game in, Drakengard 2. So it was meant to be the first one, and they gave him the second one, which is apparently way better. So what I'll have to do is get a Drakengard 2 front cover and take the first one out, then get Drakengard 1. It's gonna be frustrating, but at least I've got this game, and apparently it is better, so can't argue. And I got it free off my friend Eric. My friends and people are cool. People are so awesome sometimes. They're just like, yo, I'm gonna go out. It's like, yeah. If there's any games you don't want and you want rid of because they're cluttering up your house, I'll take them. Seriously, guys. My postcode is NA158BW. if your message is on here and say, yo, I've got some games, be like, yeah, I'll tell you my address. It'll be cool. Aragon. 75 pence. It's CX. And I was like, cool, I'll get it. And taking away the receipt. It has the booklet in mint condition, and it has the disc in, as far as I remember, okay condition, but could be perfect for all I know. No, scratched up. It's scratched up, but it's okay condition. If you used a disc clean on there, they would be okay. So that's 75 pence from CX, and I will move on the next one, but I'm getting messaged and I need to tell people, yo, I'm doing a video, stop interrupting me. So let's see. There we go. Excuse me for having a break during a video. On the plus side, if this hasn't frozen, it's still recording because something went wrong with my computer there. Because I'm messaging people at the same time. You can get your cuppas, your kettles on the boil for your cuppas. Nah, stop messaging. Ah. Right, here we go. Right, there we go. Apparently I'm still recording, so that's lucky. Moving on now. Apparently at the time it was 4 for £20 or £8 each for the first FIFA Street. I didn't get it, like I say, I'm lucky I got it off a friend. FIFA Street 1 I've not played yet, but I did play FIFA Street 2 for the GameCube and it was absolutely phenomenal. Amazing, out of this world, loved it. So much fun. Now I wasn't really into football games, but it was just so much fun to see them do the tricks. And next we have Fightbox, which is a crap game, but I got it for 25 pence, so I can't argue. I was like, 25 pence, I'll get it. I had no money at the time really on it, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a go. I haven't got past the first level or anything. I think I created a person to be, but I didn't get into it. I haven't really played it much. So that's the first pile. I have 4 piles of games, so I'll tell you and that's how you'll know how far through I am roughly. That game I did, this review I just watched last, has got that stuck in my head. Well, at least you'll have his game I review stuck in my head too with that. Yeah, we'll go. Shut. There we go. Right, the next game is Freak Out, which again I got off my friend Aaron. He gave us a lot of games, so I won't keep mentioning that I got them all off him, but I mean I'll mention what I've paid if I've paid for a game. And it looks good. It looks like an okay skiing game. I mean I prefer skateboarding and I love snowboarding way more than skiing. I've never given this a try yet, but I mean, it looks pretty good for a skiing game. I was like, how can skiing be fun? And I'm like, oh, well, I don't know, this looks pretty interesting and stuff, like he's grinding, flipping around and all that kind of thing. I'm like, I'll give it a go when I get around to it. Right, Gran Turismo 3, A-Spec, real driving simulator. Apparently this is a good one, so I'll probably give it a try when I get around to it, but it looks more like a rally game. So I don't know, I'll give it a try when I get around to it. But it looks okay. Just not as cool as some other games that I've played racing wise. But I did get Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It's a really cool game, and I love it. And I wanted this when I had my PS2, but I wasn't allowed it for the violence and stuff, and it's like, no, I'm not copying. I played it on my friend's computers anyways. My mum was like, they might be allowed to play it, but you're not. I don't want you a criminal. It's like, I did play it anyway, and I'm not a criminal. But I understood, since there was a lot of swearing and bad language, and it's for 18-year-olds, and I was like 12. But you know, everyone, when you're little, you do that, you break some rules. When you're little, you get into trouble for it, which I did when she realised. I still did it though. But yeah, it's a brilliant game, and I wanted to play it for a long time, seeing my friends and neighbours and everyone all playing on this game, and I'm like, I want to play it. Never got to until recently, and I'm like, I love it. Like, I mean, myself as my game, I love it. San Andreas was the best Grand Theft Auto game, in my opinion. Like I say, like a lot of game reviewers have to say, it's my opinion. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5, I've not played it, so I could be wrong. And I mean, my cousin helped make the game. He helped develop it, so, and he helped make Red Dead Redemption, which was a massive hit, so I'm like, it might be pretty damn good. I've just not got around to trying it, and I feel so lucky having a cousin like a Rockstar. And that's naming them. Don't know why I shouldn't, but I'm not naming them just in case you can get in trouble. In case I can get in trouble. I have no idea if you can or can't. I'll find out in the future. But anyways, Godzilla Save the Earth. I remembered playing Godzilla Destroy All Monsters, I think it was called, and I absolutely loved it for the GameCube when my brother had it. I used to go to play with him all of the time, battling other monsters and stuff. It was so fun. But I got this off my friend, and I mean, it looks okay. It doesn't look as good as the one I played, but it looks like this was the one before, I'm guessing, and then that one came out, so it's good to play the first ones to see the improvements that were made on the next one. I mean, I'll Google it and find out. Or it could be like a flop where they tried to improve stuff and completely failed, or something like that. I'll have a look, I'll Google it, but I'm pretty sure that must have been the first one. And next, GoldenEye, Rogue Agent. I've got this for the Xbox original as well. So I'm like, I liked it for the Xbox original, but the Xbox original one, I'm not sure if it has the cover or not, if I remember rightly, I don't know. I mean, it has the booklet, it has the disc, it was free, I don't mind. I mean, to be honest, I quite like the 007 games. I wasn't keen on the one on my PSP, but I mean, I played it and I clocked it, and yeah, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. I think it might be under my bed, if I'm lucky. Or maybe I swapped it for another game, which I thought was better. But yes, GoldenEye Rogue Agent. It's pretty fun. It's kind of like Splinter Cell almost in this sense, or Hitman. If you can get someone, drag them backwards and shoot people, or kind of like Metal Gear, I guess, a little bit, but not as nothing will beat Metal Gear. It's like it would go 007, Splinter Cell at number 2, and then at number 1 it would be Metal Gear Solid. I love it. So cool. Obviously it's more fast paced than Metal Gear. Metal Gear is more strategic, but I love it. And I played a few Harry Potter games in my time, like Chamber of Secrets and all that kind of thing, Quidditch World Cup, but never Goblet of Fire, so this will be interesting to play. I mean, I'll try it, but I want to play them all in order, so I'm going to get all of the games first before I play this one and touch it. And obviously it doesn't matter so much about Quidditch World Cup and the fact I've got it. it doesn't matter so much about that because I played it before anyways, and I mean it's essentially a different game. It's a sports game based on Harry Potter sports. So yeah, I mean I loved it, I enjoyed it. It was really fun to play when I was 12 and stuff. Like I think I'd still like it, but I'm not sure with us being older, tastes change in games. The older you get a little bit, the older you get. So in fact it's got a booklet in the disc. I'm happy. And this one I got from CX for £1. Heroes of the Pacific. I remember playing this and I liked it when I was little, as far as I remember. One of my friends played it and he recommended it and he was like, it's a great game. So I'll be playing this one for sure. I just haven't got around to playing it yet. Again, I had a Hot Wheels game back when I was 12 and it was the best one ever. It was Hot Wheels, oh, I can't remember. It was the one where you can get the gold car at the end. It was really, really damn good. Way better than this one, but I've got this one for the PC and I played it and I was like, it's okay for the PC if your laptop's a bit slow and stuff. It's not too bad if it loads. But for the PS2, Velocity X is just an abomination. And to be fair, I know it's Hot Wheels, it's a kids game, but I'm not keen on this one. There's a really good Hot Wheels game out there, and I just can't remember the name of it. But I think it's called Stunt Track Challenge actually now. I think I remember. And it was way better than this. This must have been before that. I mean, this game is just like, it's not as good. It's really not. The graphics aren't as good, the gameplay is not as smooth. Not happy. Not with that one. But I mean, I got it for free, so I'm happy in the sense I've got it to fill my collection and that I can play it. Excuse me, voice. Don't know what's happening with it. But yeah, so next game I got on play.com for £6 something or £7 something, which is really good since it's usually about £15 something. And the first one, as far as I'm aware, is hard to find and get hold of, and I got hold of it on Platinum, which I think it deserved, so I wanted to get hold of it on Platinum. Kingdom Hearts. I mean, there's Goofy and Donald and some Final Fantasy characters, and I haven't played Final Fantasy, but I personally would like to because of all of the great reviews, but I don't know if I'd be as keen. Like, I've seen people playing Kingdom Hearts and I don't know, maybe it's because it's more cartoony and the other ones they tried too hard to make it a bit more realistic, or I don't know, I could be wrong. I could play the game when I do get to play it, the first ones and stuff, because I always play games in order. So if I got the first ones and I played them, I mean, I could ultimately absolutely love them and enjoy them and change my opinion completely. But Kingdom Hearts, I just desperately wanted and needed to play. So I was going to get the second one, and then I was like, no, I play games in order, it will make sense, I'll get the first one and play that first. So I'm pretty excited to play that. And apparently this is a good game, apparently it's brilliant and it's absolutely great. It's the Legion, the Legend of Excalibur, and I love all things to do with Excalibur, the Knights of the Round Table, King Arthur, everything, just love it. So I can't wait to give this one a try, and it looks pretty interesting, like, obviously, role-playing game, kind of thing, RPG. It looks really interesting, and it says here DVD extras, special DVD extras, so I'm guessing that's included on the game disc, and it's by Midway, so you know, it's going to be a good game. I love Midway. Arcade Classics was the boyo when I had my PS2. I can't wait to get that again. This one, Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. I loved it. I clocked the first and second one like a zillion times when I had my PS2, my Slimline. I'm gutted I got rid of it. Definitely regret giving that away. I shouldn't have given it away. Should put it in the loft, if anything, but I was stupid. I felt bad about stuff that had nothing to do with me, so I don't know why I felt bad. really, but I thought I'll try and help, and yeah, I regret it. I should have kept a hold of it. But yeah, so there's Lego Star Wars 2. Absolutely love Lego Star Wars. And I've got the first one, but without the case, and I'll show you later because there's more games. Just obviously, I've got them in a special file, kinda. It's not big, it's just like a little file thing, for games. So there we go. Lego Star Wars 2. Loved it when I was little, and I still really enjoy it to this day, and I actually got it for Xbox 360. I enjoyed it that much. Now this one is interesting. I got it for £1 at the charity shop down mine simply because I loved the TV series, and I thought it looks fun, it looks funny with the references and everything, and the voiceovers from the original actors. But I don't know, I'm not sure about this game. I mean, it's funny, but it's kind of slow and hard to play, this one up here. I haven't gotten to the top two, well, I haven't gotten to... No, I haven't gotten to the top two with Maggie thrown up on the big or the gay dude on the bike. I played the one in the swimming pool, it was pretty funny. I mean, once I got the hang of it and the hang of the controls and understood the instructions properly what they gave you, it was pretty damn fun. They were very straightforward, it didn't sink in the first time. I was like, nah, I'll guess it, but you can't guess it, you gotta listen to the instructions, otherwise you'll never do the game. It does get more difficult further through a little bit, but it's all games do, and it's just basically a series of like 8 mini games. That's all it is. Mini games. So it's that one. Lethal Skies, Elite Pilot, Team SW. Global Woman threatens life on Earth. Blah blah blah. Missions to take out the world order. Reorganization front. Flight simulator, essentially. I mean, I might enjoy it, but I don't know yet. I've not tried the games, so I can't recommend it or like say it's crap or anything. I've never tried it. And this game, shockingly, I enjoyed it when I was little, and it did have the booklet when I was little, but I got it off a friend, and his unfortunately didn't have the booklet. But you know what? I enjoyed it when I was little, and I'm amused I understood it when I was little. But I did actually understood the game, which is amazing for me. And you could watch the football matches if you fancied. Just sit back, you can set up teams, sort your squad out, and then sit back, watch the match, see how they go, see if you made the right decisions, and that kind of thing. You're just basically manager, and people tend to be manager 2004. And it was back when we had some pretty good players. Now we suck quite a bit. I mean, I'm not against a team. I don't support any other team more than Newcastle, but I mean, now I'm not so sure on the game, and now I don't think we have as good a team as we had back then. I think we got rid of the good players too soon before they could show how good they are and stuff. The next one does have the booklet. It is in good nick, and I mean, I liked Looney Tunes. I loved it when I was little, and I got this. I think I got it at the charity shop. Yeah, I did. And this was fantastic. Well, the game was alright actually for the Game Boy Advance. I had it for that, but then I used to always get stuck because I couldn't see it properly with the overhead view of the sounds more in the game when they released it for the PS2, which looks fantastic, which is what I wanted to say, but I got ahead of myself. But like I say, I can't say for sure. I've not played it for PS2 yet. Game Boy Advance one, I used to get stuck, but I was little, so I don't know. I could probably clock it now. Yeah, I used to get stuck. So move this pile down. That's pile 2 out of 4. They do get slightly bigger as I go along by like 1 or 2 games. So excuse me. Put these ones up top. Can't wait to get Kingdom Hearts 2 and play through them ones. apparently they were brilliant games, and I just kind of wait. I've seen the gameplay, they look fantastic. And get this pile up here. Nice, here we go. Right, I used to have Lord of the Rings 1, 2 and 3 for the PS2, and I played all of them and I loved them, clocked them, but I can't remember much about them, so I'll have to see what I can do. They all had the booklets, but this one unfortunately doesn't. This is the second one because I got it again off my friend. This is the Two Towers. I haven't got the first one anymore, it's just 2, 3 and 4, which is confusing that I made a fourth one since the fourth film, which was a prequel kind of thing, meant to be before the rest. Didn't come out till years later, so I think they just based the fourth one off the other games and just went ahead with it, and went, and then the rest of the games were made for like the other consoles based off the other ones, and I don't know, I just think they dragged it out probably a bit. But yeah, so the Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers. I remember playing this and it was actually very interesting. I think I found the first one when I was little a bit creepy because of the ring race. Well, it might have been this one, but I think I really thoroughly enjoyed this on multiplayer. If I'm right, if this one was the one for, yeah, no, it must have been the third one for multiplayer. But I definitely went multiplayer with someone. Well, I was changing characters. I can't remember enough about this game to say much about it, but I do remember I enjoyed it, so I mean, watch a few reviews. I'm going to be helping by reviewing, but yeah, watch a few YouTube videos even on it, like the gameplay, not reviews per se, but just watch the gameplay and then see if you think it's a game for you and give it a try. Best advice I can give. The third one, the Third Age. This one looks really interesting. I think this one was the one, yeah, this is 1 or 2 player, there I got mixed up, yeah. This one was, as far as I remember, I was scared by the big monster there in case I about them, but I didn't get that far because I chickened out. Yeah. I mean, it looks good, so I don't remember that gameplay for that one though very well. Aside from Legolas is really fun to play with, like, this character, these arrows, and it's really fun just to shout people back like, ah, get behind him, gonna shoot him with arrows, or just run in front of his quick so I can hide behind you all and shoot with arrows. This one's the fourth one that I never got to play. I mean, it has an official product sticker thing, the movie trilogy. Yeah, if I can get it on the camera right. Yeah. It looks interesting. I mean, I've never played this one, but this one looks more strategy. Like you distance yourself out over, wrong finger and wrong way. It's hard to do things backwards, but yeah, you distance yourself out by the looks of things down here. Like hiding, like, oh, we have a big bow and arrow, like, and then over here you make your way and you get more into it then. So it looks more strategic than anything. And then the battle looks like something that you'd do with, like, I don't know, if anyone's played Lost Kingdoms for the GameCube, in fact no, that would still be more forward battle. If anyone's played Dragon Quest, it looks like that kind of thing when it gets to this part, when you get further forward, maybe. I've never played it, so just check it out probably, just as giving it a try. I got this for £1 down my charity shop. All the games and DVDs and stuff are £1, so if I say I've got it from the charity shop, you know it's been £1. And this is Marvel Ultimate Alliance, sorry, no, my underwear just got an itchy nose. Yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I needed to get it because, I mean, come on, it's got Ghost Rider in. It has Spider-Man in. Captain America, Iron Man. It's got Thing. It's got Thor and his big magical hammer. It's got Wolverine. And some bitch up here, I don't know who she is, unfortunately, which I probably should know and is a disgrace, but it looks brilliant. I mean, sometimes I prefer DC over Marvel, depending on who we're discussing, but sometimes I prefer Marvel over DC. You can comment below and say which Marvel, if you prefer Marvel or DC overall, if you like, or what's your favourite Marvel character and what's your favourite DC character. Would be pretty fun to say, actually. So if you want to comment below, you can go ahead and do that. I'd love to hear your opinions on it, especially like on my first video. Get comments would be cool, so I can have feedback, all that kind of thing. And I mean, it looks great fun. You can like set people on fire by the looks of things. It's a Human Torch. You can totally like smash people up as a thing. Back there, he's all like, I'm gonna smash you all. I mean, fly is Iron Man, shooting at people, web sling people, I'm assuming, since there's like Spider-Man there, like on that little picture. So I mean, it looks great fun, and I cannot wait to give that one a go. I've wanted to play that game for a while. My mum was even happy with that. She was like, oh, you can play as all of them. I mean, I'm hoping it's not like the Fantastic Four game though, because it was so short. I mean, seriously so short. I was disappointed. Even for the Wii, the one for the Wii, I was like, so short. So naff. This one, Medal of Honor Frontline. Because like I say, I love my Medal of Honors. Fun, great games, proper old school shooters. It's mad to say the retro now, because at the time they were so new and so amazing, these graphics. Oh my god. And again, even like the Xbox, it's classed as retro, and I'm like, what were them graphics? And even the Xbox 360 now is becoming, what's it called? I can't think of the name. It's just mad to say that can become retro in the GameCube. GameCube's graphics were phenomenal. It's like phenomenal. I'm keep saying that now because that dude. But I mean, they were just so awesome. It's like how are the retro? Retro to me back in the day, the real retro is like Sega. Like not Sega games, but I mean like proper old school Sega, like Sega Mega Drive 2, Sega Mega Drive, Sega CD, like PS1, just about, and now PS2 is as well. It's just like it's crazy. It's crazy to think these games are just retro now, but when you look at the graphics, you can tell now. Like this one, this amazing game I got for 75 pence. I'm like, I did get the booklet, I did get the disc, which I'm very happy about, and it is platinum. Medal of Honor Rising Sun. And I used to think it was amazing at the time. And when you look at the graphics now, over here, you see that? See how proper amazing them graphics are? Look at this. Amazing graphics. But now, it's retro, and it's classed as like pixely and whatever bit, and it's like, really? But, you know, I love the game personally. I love it still. It is amazing. I loved clocking it. It was so much fun. It was still a challenge whilst fun, and it was amazing. I loved it. And yeah, we've got Metal Gear Solid 2, and it's Sons of Liberty, because I know there's another Metal Gear Solid 2 now, which I wasn't aware of at the time when I initially got it in the first place, when I first originally got it for like £7, and now it's 75 pence, which is less than £1 if you're in America and you don't know. And I mean, it's crazy because you get the booklet. I didn't get the booklet initially when I got the first time, and it was £7. And you get the game disc, and you get the making of the game DVD disc, so you can watch the making of the game. And I mean, I loved it, but I got so stuck that I gave up on the game completely ages ago. I'm gonna clock it now. Not now, but I mean, I'm gonna clock it this time around. Next time I start the game, I'm gonna keep playing till I clock it. And I'm just like, look at them graphics. Them are not outdated graphics. That's what I wanted to say. That's not outdated. Them graphics are still fantastic. They could have been on the 360. To me, they could have. Them graphics are just phenomenal. Out of this world. Awesomeness. In a jar. But yeah, so there's that. Next we have Need for Speed Most Wanted. And I mean, that game, Metal Gear Solid 2, I'd recommend it. It's a good game. Same for Rise and Sun if you're back in the PS2 games, definitely. Because I forgot to recommend them. But yeah, Need for Speed Most Wanted. As far as I remember, it's an okay game, but definitely not as good as Underground 2. That will always be like the best one. That and Carbon's okay. I liked it quite a bit for the Xbox 360. It suited the new gaming system, but I was like, it's nothing compared to Underground 2. Underground 2 is just too mint. But this one, I mean, it looks good, and I remember it being an okay gameplay. So for the PS2, I'd say get Underground 2. Underground 1 and 2, because you got to play them in order, so you can see their great improvement. My eye went freakishly big there when I was trying to emphasise it. That's scary. But Most Wanted, get it, give it a try. If you don't like it, get rid of it. Or if you're a game collector, just put it away. You never know, a little kid might want to play it one day that comes to your house, like a niece, nephew, whatever, and they'll be able to play on it, as long as you put the disc in, because kids will damage discs. Show them how to use them properly, because you don't want them breaking your games. But they're more than welcome to play on them. So I'd say it'll come in handy when they go, oh wow, I want to play this game, and you like that one, and you're like, okay, then you can play it. This one is apparently an amazing game, and I got it for 35p by Rockstar. Some people say it's amazing, some people say it's mediocre. I'm like, it looks okay, just, I mean, for the price of it. It looks fun. It's obviously meant to be cartoony, and not the best graphics. It's meant to be that kind of anime-ish cartoon. It wasn't meant to be a serious game. You can see it straight away. But I mean, it looks pretty fun kicking ass as this girl on the front just all like, yeah, I'm gonna kick ass, my guns, and my other guns, and my guns, and my guns, and my guns, sprinkled with guns. I mean, 35p, it's not bad. It's got the booklet. It's still PS2 disc despite the black case. Well, still PS2 case despite the black case. Because most people think, oh, it's a DVD case. This one is a PS2 case. It's just black. Don't ask why, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the disc is in pretty damn good shape when you look. It's got like maybe 2 finger marks and a few hairline scratches, but nothing deep. And for the price of it, 35p, you can't argue. It's awesome. I definitely need to get the game labels off though, the prices. I've watched a guide, I know how to do this now. Definitely gonna do it. See if you can find it. And I've got Prince of Persia. I had Sands of Time, but I lent it to my friend, so he's borrowed that. And I've got the Two Thrones, which I've never played either. I think I played some of the Sands of Time on my PC and I loved it, but it was a demo, so it lasted like minutes, and I was like, hang on a second, did I break it? And I tried it again, and it cuts off, and that's the finish of it, and I'm like, that was a rubbish demo, and then I never wanted to touch the game again. But yeah, I've ended up with it again, twice, 2 different ones. One I got from CEX and one I got off a friend. And I've also got an Xbox One and a 360 one, which just says Prince of Persia, so I'm assuming that was meant to be the first one. But I'll have to Google this. And this is what I borrowed off my friend because he borrowed the first one. This is the second one. I lent him the first one for the PS1. And this is Rayman Revolution. He got it for £3 at CEX. Which isn't bad, because I love Rayman, but I'm like, that's a lot of money for a PS2 game. Just wait till it goes down in price again. Now, it might shoot up since it's so old now. I think that the lowest pivotal peak they can get, like, the very lowest. So, I don't know. It looks really cool. If you're really into Rayman, I'm definitely going to clock the first one before I touch this one. And so you can borrow it until he clocks it, so I don't know when he's going to play it. And I also have, which is mine, Rayman Free Hoodlum Havoc. I thought, you know what, the cover looks pretty damn cool. The updated graphics, I don't know if I'm keen on it or what, since it's so updated from PS1 and original, but I'm like, you know what, it's not too bad. It could have been worse, it could have been more updated, which I'm not overly keen on, because the old graphics are what made it mint, and what made it such a good game. I don't know, bitrate of the graphics. It was better, it was a unique game, and it was a game just totally beyond its time. And this one here, Resident Evil Code Veronica X. I hate Resident Evil games for the fact I can't figure out how to run. And even if I did, it's not good because you can't run very far before you get eaten. And I suck at the game so much. So I had Resident Evil 0 for the GameCube and I sold it. Yes, I sold it. Very disgusted. I'm disgraced myself a little bit, since even if I kept it just to collect, it would be worth a lot of money, which it is now, worth a lot of money. And I'm like, I can't believe I did that. But, like I say, I'm not keen on Resident Evil games. Too easily, too much of a chicken. But this one is by Capcom, obviously. It's the older one, which the older ones are. Resident Evil Code Veronica X, like I said, so I don't know, it looks a bit different, since you get to shoot spiders as well, and they're not as creepy. By the looks of things, it's still zombies. Yeah, it's still zombies. But, I don't know, you guys shoot a spider, so I'm like, I might not be as freaked out by it, it might not be as bad, but if I am, then I don't know if I'll be able to complete the game, because I'm too much of a chicken. I don't like the Resident Evil games. Especially when you kind of figure out how to run, it's horrible. You watch yourself getting eaten all the time. Yep. And this one, go to a 7+ now, instead of a 15 or an 18. Rubber. Much happier. I remember playing this on the original DS that came out, the very first one, because I stole my brother's DS and played on it, and he was very upset, since I wasn't allowed to borrow the DS. It was his, and I did anyway without permission. But I loved playing Madagascar in this game when I was little, because I was like, ooh, it's so cool. And then you look at it for the PS2 and you're like, will it be as good? Or will it be crap? I don't know. I'll find out when I play it. I mean, it was fun to play on the DS, but I don't know if it's one of them games where you can get games which are better on a different platform or a different console. Some are better on handhelds, and some are better on actual consoles and shouldn't be released on the other one. So I don't know if it's going to be one of them games where you get to it and you're like, yeah, it should not have been released for the PS2. Should have stayed on a handheld. I don't know. We'll find out though. Well, I'll definitely find out and let you know. And Robot Wars Arenas of Destruction. I mean, this looks like a cool game. I've not got to play it yet. But the Shunt, Killer, Matilda, it's like, yes. And yes, I watched the TV show when I was little. This is how I know. It looks cool. Look, like, Shunt, Matilda, Killer. Oh. So cool. I definitely want to play this one, but I'm not sure if it will be a letdown. If it will ruin the show forever. Here we go. And apparently this game is shit scary. Not swearing too loud. I have little brothers, siblings that could copy. One of them of which would definitely copy. And this is Shadow Man 2, Second Coming. Apparently it's scary. I don't know, I think it looks really cool. It looks too bright to be scary. Like, the darker games are scary, but I don't know, it looks too bright. A bright game like this, I don't think it would be so scary. It's just the ones where they're completely in the dark, like you'd assume from the cover that it is. That would be freaking scary. But no, it looks pretty light to me, so I'm not scared of this game. I would play this. I think that's what puts us off the Resident Evil games. It's so dark and it's so hard to see, and you cannot run. See, just watching these things crawling on top of you in the dark, eating your face. It's nightmare wavy. On to the next game. You've just seen it now. Simpsons Hit and Run. I love this. I clocked it for the PC when I had it for the PC. My friend borrowed it and never got back. I need to get that back. I just loved it. I clocked it for the PS2. I clocked it on my friend's Xbox. I clocked it on the PC. I clocked it on like 3 different consoles. I loved it that much, and I clocked it so many times. I love this game. I don't care if the graphics are a bit bad now, and I love the game. It's so much fun. All the different cars, definitely fun. It's almost like a Grand Theft Auto as well. It's how fun it is. You can just casually get in a car or steal someone's car, and they have to sit in the passenger seat, and you're like, bye. I don't know. I think it's the kids' Grand Theft Auto. Definitely the children's Grand Theft Auto. Simpsons Hit and Run. Time to put these back on the floor. One, two, three. There we go. There's 3 piles actually, funny enough. We threw 3 out of 4. And these last ones, finally, last pile of games. Definitely in that order. Right, so the last games we're coming to, The Simpsons Road Rage. I played this on, I borrowed it off my brother and played it on my Game Boy Advance, because he had it for his Game Boy Advance. We linked games to each other, which I think was pretty cool that we could do that back then. It was one time I think we shared games, and we were cool with it, totally. Well, I was always cool with it, but there was one time we were both cool with it, I think. Move your keister, mister. Okay, that's Marge, clearly. Yep, code from Marge up there. I mean, it looks fun, and apparently it was a wicked game, and my girlfriend had it for her PS2 apparently, and she loved it. And I was like, guess what I've got? And she was like, no way. So, it must be a good game, I'm assuming. I think it was okay for the Game Boy Advance, but like I say, I don't know if it's one of these games that shouldn't have been released on the PS2, or if it's really, really good. So I'm gonna take my girlfriend's word for it and say I'll go with it's alright, and that it doesn't suck. I'll go in open-minded, I think. Sonic Heroes, I've got it for the Xbox original. And my friend had it for Xbox original as well, actually, funny enough. I find it okay, not massively the best game. I prefer the Mega Drive 2 ones. They're just a better for the Genesis. It's much better. But like I said, good nick, platinum, barely been touched. And it's barely been touched so much so that's actually still got the sellotape here, and you can see where it's been split with a pair of scissors, and it's still there. Don't know if you can see. I'm trying to show you as best I can. Yeah. So the fact of the tape's still there. It's hardly been touched. And like, you should always play all of the games to the fullest when you get round to it. I mean, if you've had them years and they've just been lying there, you should have clocked them. Definitely all of them. I mean, if it's been clocked in one go, fair enough. But I'm like, I'll play all of my games. And my mum got Soul Calibur 2 from the charity shop, but you can tell from the little sticker, it's like the week sticker. My friend Craig's got it, and I mean, I like Soul Calibur IV. I've got this downloadable content. I kept it on my Xbox original. I've got Darth Vader and as well as Yoda and like one other person or something. That was downloadable. that you couldn't unlock through playing the game. So I actually got some Microsoft points just so I could get the unlockable character. I've knocked my fringe up, haven't I? Yeah. Get out the way! Stay out the way. There we go. Right, so I look stupid now. But yeah, basically in short, Soul Calibur 2 is apparently an alright game. But I mean, I've never played it, and I've got it for the Xbox original anyway. Spyro: A Hero's Tale. This one, I remember borrowing off a friend and playing a bit. It's a really good game. I'd recommend it. I love all of the Spyros, as a lot of people do. And actually, most Spyro players probably hated Scalar, but actually really enjoyed Scalar as well. It's like a psychedelic fusion. It's like so much brighter, and it's like so much blue. It's proper luminescent. Just, even Scalar. I like Scalar. I recommend Scalar. It's so psychedelic and colourful. And usually I'm not like, ooh, flowers. But you know what? It's so colourful. You're just like, whoa. When you're playing it, you're blown away. And this one, if I remember rightly, Metal Jesus Rocks channel. Apparently Metal Jesus recommended this one, and I seen it for 75 pence in CEX, and I was like, what? It's a hidden gem. He's right. It is totally awesome. I mean, I'm not usually into flying games. There's not many I'm into, but it's just awesome. I love it. It's so much fun, and I mean, I love Star Wars, and I'm not usually massively keen on flying games, but spaceships, like, it's like Wipeout. I mean, it's so cool. It's not racing, but it's so fun to play. It's one of them games that was totally underrated and hardly ever talked about, and I'm shocked. It should have been definitely talked about more. I mean, Battlefront 1 and 2 was awesome. Lego Star Wars was awesome, but Lego Star Wars was more talked about than that one. And that one's a proper game. It's not just Lego. I love Lego. I love both. But it's like, come on, people. You should have noticed this one. If I'd have seen an advert on the telly for that, I would have bought it. This one, my girlfriend got is from Cash Converters. She left the price on. But yeah, it's stolen. I've never got to try this yet, and apparently it looks really cool, so we're both going to play it when she next comes over here, or I take my PS2 down and I've clocked it and whatever, she's going to play it. She's going to play it after me. Bugsy face dibs on the first go. And after the first go I'd want to keep playing it and clock it, because it's my rule. So we got Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I had it for Xbox Original, but it didn't work. I got it off a friend. It was too scratched up. It would not work. I had to throw it out. It was broken. If I took that to a shop, it would not have worked. It was way too scratched up. So it says on the back, join Tony and Bam on the sickest road trip ever. And I mean, I've got the first one, and it's awesome. I loved the first one. I clocked it, except there was a misprint in the printed on it on the first one that it was the second one. So I thought for years and for ages that the first one was the second one, and I got it wrong. And people were like, "That's not the second one. Why does it say that?" And I was like, "I don't know. It says it, so it is the second one." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's the first one." I'm like, "It's the second one." When you literally argue the point, even if you've got no proof, aside from a faulty front cover. So, anyways, I'd recommend these. They look so much fun. I remember playing it on my friend's Xbox a bit. It's awesome. And like I say, I accidentally got the second one. Well, I got the second one twice because my mum got it from the charity shop. Oop, this one from the charity shop. But the disc's in better nick. So I'm like, I kept a hold of both. So there's one up for swap. If anyone wants to trade, let me know. Because I will trade you Tony Hawk's Underground 2 if you need it. I will trade you for another PS2 game if I've not got it. And the first one is here, but I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Put that under that pile for now. And I'll show you the first one because it's only fair. There's the first one, Tony Hawk's Underground. And like I said, it was printed like this, the same cover. Aside from it was all over, obviously it was expanded, it wasn't platinum. and it had a number 2, like here. And it was like a big number 2 that stood out, and I was like, oh, it's the second one. It wasn't, it was a misprint. And I didn't know how to misprint, and got rid of it. And I could have sold it probably for quite a bit since it's a misprint, and it shows that the company made a mistake. I don't know, it could have been worth quite a bit. And anyways, it's Transformers. So yeah, Transformers, and this one's the one by Atari. And there's Transformers the game based on the movie, which was by Activision. So I've got both Transformers. I think I've done the wrong pile backwards. Yeah, I have. Okay. But it's okay, because the pile's on S. Okay. So I'll get a bit mixed up here. Tomb Raider, The Angel of Darkness. I remember playing this, and it was pretty damn good, the storyline, but I got stuck and couldn't get any further, and I don't remember where I got stuck, but it was amazing until I got stuck, then I hated the game. So I'm going to play it again, I'm going to clock it, and I'm going to prove it, because all Tomb Raider games are awesome, that this one is an awesome game too. So I'll recommend that you get it, just for the sheer fact of I remember it was awesome up until the point I got stuck. And I was younger then, so I was probably not as good at games as now. And Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. I love Splinter Cell, and I remember playing it for the PlayStation 1 possibly. And I know I've played it on a different console, and I just can't think of which one. But it definitely wasn't for the PlayStation 2. But I got it anyway. It was 35 pence. 35 pence. This is why I love CX. It says experience revolutionary visual effects you've never seen before on the PlayStation 2 system. I think it was advertising the console too. But it's like, it's stealthy. It's similar to Metal Gear, I guess, but just more stealthy, which you didn't think you could get. I think it's like stealthy in the sense of you can just do that and you can be hiding from someone and they won't look up and be like, oh my god. So it's probably stealthy, more stealthy, but less difficult, I guess. And it looks really fun and cool to play, and I've got it for the Xbox original as well. I'm not played it on there, so I should. And this one, it's called This is Football 2004, and you can't find it anywhere. It's really difficult to find. And I found it in CX for 5 pence. Which is how I know it's difficult to find, because I typed it in on eBay to see if I would ever make a profit. Yeah, it's not on eBay. Not as far as I could see. It wasn't on play.com, it wasn't on... Like, it's just apparently it's a difficult game to find, so... The fact I got it for 5 pence is pretty damn awesome. And I mean, it looks like an alright game actually, considering it's 5 pence. It looks pretty damn fun. So I will be playing that one. And I'll explain this before I go any further. Tony Hawk's games for the PS1. I know they were out on Dreamcast first, I think. If I'm right, yeah. There was one game out for the Dreamcast, 1 or 2. I think it was 1. But yes, so anyways, basically in short, I've got, on PS1, I've got Tony Hawk Skateboarding, which is Pro Skater 1, or Pro Skater obviously. If you look it up, it can go by either name. So I've got Tony Hawk Skateboarding, and on my birthday, I went to a retro game shop in town, where I live pretty much, but in town, so a bit of a mish away really, on the bus. So I went there and I seen it for £1, which is there, as I was looking for. I was like, I'm getting this. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it'll help complete my collection of Tony Hawks. I haven't got much to my collection at the minute, but I mean, I'm gonna fill my collection. So I've got 1, and I've got 2 for the PS1, but unfortunately, I've only got 4. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 for the PS2. like I say, it'll help complete my collection. I initially had 1 and 4, so I just need number 3. And this one is missing the booklet, so I will need to probably get the booklet separate, which kind of sucks, but you know what? I'm close. I just need number 3. That's me. That was interesting. I'm leaving that in because it's funny. Yeah, so Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. I've got 1 and 2. I just need the 3rd one. That was really funny. Obviously Underground 1, Underground 2 twice. Again, these up for swaps. Message, and I will swap you. And if it goes well, I'll probably just keep doing it. If not, then I'm never doing it again, and I will hate you forever and report you to something. I'll Google it, see what happens. Yeah, Transformers the movie, Transformers Atari, and yeah, we're down to the last 3 of the pile in the collection. If you've been watching up till now, thank you, you're amazing, because it's a long time. I talk a lot. Sorry guys. Underworld, the Eternal War, I initially had this anyways, but I ended up with it again, and if I'm right, I didn't like it because you'd just see random bits of flesh like flying around, and it wasn't even covered in blood or anything, and creepy, it was just flesh, so it was just weird and creepy instead. So I wasn't overly keen on this as far as I remember. But yeah, I've got it again. Still grateful. Don't get us wrong, I'm massively grateful for all the games I have will get, but it's like, I just remember how unkeen I was on that one. I'm like, it's a collection filler, I'm gonna have to play it and clock it anyway, so. I've got the Abe's Sims in the City, and I'm glad I didn't have to buy this, because it's still a bit money. And especially because it has the booklet, and it's in pretty damn good condition. And it says featuring the new music from the Black Eyed Peas. Back in the day. I think that's back when they brought out that toothbrush, played the song. Teeth tunes or something, I don't know. It says it's enhanced with the iToy USB camera. I've got to get me an iToy USB camera. And lastly, I was going to say but not least, but it's lastly, it's the very last of my PS2 games at the moment. Is Warhammer Fire Warrior for the PS2. So that is my complete games collection out of the PS2 ones anyway. So I will keep you updated on game pickups that happen to get. And oh, before I forget and finish this video, I did promise I would show you. This is for holding my PS2 games and PS1 games, loose games basically. Any loose games, any loose CDs, anything like that. Loose Xbox, PC, games. So if we go near the back, I've got 007 Nightfire for the PS2. I have Battlefield 2 Modern Combat, which is apparently amazing. And like I say, I'm not sure if I have tried Nightfire or if I clocked it for the GameCube or something a while ago. But yeah, and here's the Getaway. Like I say, I've not tried any of these ones aside from Lego Star Wars 1 as far as I'm aware. But I'll let you know if there's a change of things. Hitman Contracts. These ones will need cases and covers and such, or I can just buy the games again and sell these cheap or give them down the charity shop or something, I don't know. Lego Star Wars 1, the video game, the original. This one is pretty scratched up, but it's all hairline, so it's not massively bad, deep scratches. The Matrix Path of Neo, which is apparently really good, according to my friend Rusty, who gave us that one as well. He had it for PC as well, so he must have really enjoyed that game. Right, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, which is apparently really good, so I can't wait to play that. 2 games together here. Need for Speed Most Wanted, Need for Speed Carbon. I don't know if I already had one of them in case. Or was it Most Wanted 2 I had in the case? I don't know, I'll find out. So if I've repeated. Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain. I remember having that, it was really fun, Dwayne The Rock Johnson on the front. Smackdown vs. Raw 2007. Smackdown vs. Raw 2009. And a SingStar game, which I've not got a mic for. I must have lent one of them out because one of them's missing. And Extreme Express. So as far as I can see and remember, that those are my PS2 games, and also in the bottom here, Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock. The rest are like PS1 demo discs out of the bottom there. So yeah, and I need a Guitar Hero guitar for the PS2. But yeah, so them are the PS2 games. I'm wrapping it up now. Thank you very much for watching. I can't wait for you to tune in again for some more game reviews, and hopefully you will enjoy. Comment below, like I said, about that game. I want to know your favourite DC characters and your favourite Marvel. Just one of each, your ultimate favourite of all time, and why you love that specific one more than the other. Because you got to choose between the two of them. Ooh. Thank you for watching. I'll be back soon again, very soon. I'm going to do another review in a few minutes if I can. I'll be back very soon with some more reviews, and hopefully I'll be able to update you weekly or every few weeks, depending on when I manage to get games. So it'll be either every week or every few weeks on game progress and whatever, stuff like that. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you watch again. Thank you.